Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am back again with another video, and today we are actually going to be talking about the books that will be released for spring this year. And I am so excited to get into this video because we have so many great book recommendations, and I have a little bit of everything. I do have some different genres, so stick around and see if you like any of them. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also comment down below letting me know what other type of videos you would like to watch. But let's just get to it. The first book that I'm going to be talking about is The Other Black Girl by Zakiya Dalila Harris. This book will be released on June 1st, and it is being compared to a mixture of The Devil Wears Prada and the movie Get Out. In this book, we do have a main character named Nella, who's known to be the only black woman in her company. She works for a publishing company, but she soon realizes that there's going to be another black girl working with her, and that girl's name is Hazel. So in the beginning, Nella is super excited to have someone that she could possibly, be friends with, have something in common with, someone that she could really relate to. However, things don't go as planned, because as soon as she meets Hazel and kind of starts to get to know her, she soon realizes that things are super weird. But you guys, I'm super excited for this one. I mean, it's a mixture of Get Out and The Devil Wears Prada. Need I say more? The next book on my list is going to be The Five Wounds by Kirstin, Valdez, Quade, and this one's going to be released on March 30th. And this one is super, actually, I feel like it's going to be super sad, because it's about a family in New Mexico with a dad who recently found out that his 15-year-old daughter is pregnant. And that's really all I know about it, but I know that it's probably going to be a lesson for everyone involved in this family. I mean, I can't even imagine at 15 years old. The funny thing is, at 15 years old, in the Latin community, it's known that you're at that point becoming a woman. You normally have your quinceañera, and it's really, really funny. Well, I guess it's not funny, but I look back at it and I'm like, when I was turning 15, everyone, like all my family in Mexico, they would tell my parents like, oh, she's got to run away. It always happens. Once they turn 15, they leave with like a man or their boyfriend. And I remember my parents were like, you can't do that to us. And I was like, oh my God, I promise I won't do that. And I would never do that. Like at 15 years old, I was a kid. I was still probably watching Lizzie McGuire. But yes, that is another one that I'm looking forward to. The next book on my list is going to be Mother May I by Joshilyn Jackson, and this one's going to be released on May 6th. Now in this one, we have a desperate mother who's looking for her infant child that was pretty much abducted. In looking for her kid, she finds out that soon she's going to have to enter a dangerous world. She comes across a witch who lets her know that in order for her to find her daughter, she does have to enter a very dark and dangerous world. I mean, what won't a mother do to get back to their children? And I don't know, this is going to be an interesting one, because we do have a missing child, but then we get introduced to a dark world with witches, and I mean, what can come from that? I'm super excited for that one. It does also sound a little scary, but we'll see how it goes. Then we have a book coming out on May 18th, and that's going to be The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren. This one is super highly anticipated by everyone that loves romance. It's Christina Lauren. They have a pretty big audience, but this one's a little bit different because we have a DNA matchmaking service. So in this story, we have a main character who has pretty much tried everything to date. The last thing is a DNA match service. So they pretty much enter their DNA and they get matched to someone. I do know that in this story, we have a main character that gets matched to someone, and they have a pretty high percentage. I think it's like 99 or 90 something, 97. And that's pretty interesting to see. I definitely am going to read this one. I have seen a lot of good reviews about it because it is a different and interesting topic. But it's Christina Lauren, you guys. Are they gonna fail us? I don't think so. The next book that I am so excited for is Maidens by Michaelides. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but regardless, I'm so looking forward to this book. It's coming out on June 15th. We have the Maidens, that's a secret society at Cambridge University. It is pretty much all students are in the secret society, and things start to completely change when one of their own students goes missing and ends up dead. So I love secret societies. If you guys watch Gilmore Girls, you probably know that there's this part where she's at Yale University and she finds like a secret society. That's probably one of my favorite episodes. You jump, I jump, Jack. I mean, come on, you guys. But this is supposed to be like a thriller dark kind of story to it, so I'm super excited about that one. Another book that I'm so excited for, and it's by none other than Taylor Jenkins Reid, and that is Malibu Rising. This one is coming out on June 1st. And this one we have the rich and famous Riva family. They are throwing a party towards the ending of the summer of 1983, and it's during this party that all these things start happening. But the biggest part is that all the secrets of this family get brought out to party. It's Taylor Jenkins Reid, you guys. I mean, need I say more? She's an amazing author. Her stories never disappoint, and I just know this one's gonna be good. It's sort of a thriller mystery aspect to the story, so I'm super excited for this one. Then on June 13th, we have another book called Leaving Isn't the Hardest Thing by Hough. It is a story based on her life. She was brought up in the cult called Children of God. I have heard so many things about this cult, like literally I've heard the most horrible things that have happened there, and it's honestly really disturbing and crazy to think that it till this day is still existing. But this book is told from her perspective and everything that she went through growing up in that, and even after leaving it. I love it. I can't wait to read it. I've heard it's a really funny but sad story. So I mean, you guys, come on, it's a cult. Then we have Second First Impressions by Sally Thorne. This one's coming out on April 13th. And this one, it does take place in a retired home, and we have retirees that are trying to help their manager pretty much find love, and they're setting her up with different people and trying to help her explore her romantic side. And they try to set her up with none other than the boss's son. And it's supposed to be really funny. It's Sally Thorne. She's a great author, and she does really good hate to love stories. So this should be a good one. Then we have For the Wolf by Hannah F. Whitten, and this one's coming out on June 1st. This story is supposed to be inspired by Little Red Riding Hood. So in this story, we have a dark fantasy with the main character named Red. Red pretty much has known all her life that she was meant to be sacrificed by the wolf, but at the end of the day, the wolf is a character that completely blows him away, and maybe the actions that they think he should be making are not the ones he actually makes. This one's interesting because it is a retelling, or not really a retelling, but more of an inspiration to, you know, a fairy tale. So why not? The last book that I'm going to be talking about today, and it's one that I'm really excited for, is The Hour of the Witch by Bohjalian, and this one's coming out on May 4th. This is a historical thriller fiction that is set in Boston in the year of 1662. It is a year where a lot of people are being prosecuted for being a witch or being considered to be a witch. We have the main character named Mary, who is currently in an abusive relationship, and she's trying to escape it. But during her journey of trying to escape that relationship, she's afraid of being prosecuted for a witch, because her husband literally can just say she's a witch and people will probably believe him and kill her. So it's her journey of trying to escape this really toxic and bad relationship. And actually, I talked about this book in my 2021 book releases, and I was excited about it then, and I'm excited about it now. It should be a really good book, and I'm like, I can see this becoming a movie. But yeah, that's gonna be the last book for recommendation for today. Okay, everyone, I hope you liked this video. Please remember to like and subscribe. It really does help me out. Comment down below letting me know what other type of videos you would like to watch. Other than that, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time.